25 years ago, I published the first book with Marywell back in Switzerland for Everything, and it became the #1 best-selling book in all of Switzerland. Mary became so famous in Switzerland and in Germany and in Austria that papers, newspapers, magazines, TV and radio wrote and talked about her and her successful and proven weight loss system. In spring, fall and winter, she was giving courses all over Switzerland. And in summer, she went to California, to Carlsbad, where she worked with Deepak Chopra, who not only worked together with Marywell, but with Oprah as well. And he had these exciting things to say about Marywell. And now I'm really happy and excited to present to you Marywell.
Hi, it's Mary here, and I am so glad you're here. I am absolutely thrilled to bring my program to you, and I will tell you everything I know about myself, about the program, what you can do to lose all the weight you ever wanted to lose. Haven't you tried diets and things before? And me too. I mean, didn't you do the cabbage soup and the counting of the calories and all that stuff where you gained weight, lose weight, gain back the weight that you lost and gain back even more? Isn't that the truth? Me too. Here, I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where it all began. And if you can believe it or not, I was fatter than anyone in my class. So I was a fat kid. It didn't just start when I was older. You know, I had 3 babies and I kept the weight on. I gained 40 pounds instead of 20 pounds that I was supposed to gain. I think you know what I mean. And then I tried everything. And mostly it was about starving. So, you know, that only lasts for what, Monday through Friday at the most? Isn't that the truth? Oh, good. Thank you so much. So I want you now to realize about all the problems that exist. You already know that weight loss is more than just pounds on a scale. It is like when you're multitasking and raising children and working and going to school and everything that you do, driving kids around like children, getting your blood pressure checked sometime when you go to the doctor. And you know, a lot of the problems are connected with losing weight and being overweight. And it's miserable to be overweight. That you know for sure. Sometimes, you know, you don't have even time in the day to talk to people, your partners, your children. There's just too much going on. And when there's too much going on, you just run for the quick fix. Me too. That's what I used to do as well. And just grab the nearest thing that you can find and put it in your mouth. And you know, sometimes this overweight thing can last for a lifetime and actually cut your life short. Now, I am going to tell you everything possible so that you can get rid of this weight loss story. You don't want any illnesses that are caused by, you want to have time in your life for yourself. You don't want the illnesses that are caused by being overweight. You know, some people come to me and they already have some pains in their chest. I mean, this can be a huge deal. Other people might even want to take some substances to manage their stress, manage their pain. It's downright depressing, don't you know? And you know what that's about. When you're overweight, it just never feels good. And you just say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, there is a solution. There really is a solution. Now, it all started when you were a baby, and it started for all of us when we were babies. We were completely in discomfort and we screamed our lungs out. So did all of your kids. And what do mothers do? They run as fast as they can to get the baby, pick that baby up, give that baby some warm milk, and what was discomfort becomes instant comfort. Isn't that true? And so sometimes when we're going for that comfort, right? When we're going to just get out of stress or get out of anything that we're so tired, often we'll just go and get that food. And you know what? It started for me like that too. And I'll tell you, I was 46 years old before I learned exactly what to do. I was working in the Houston, Texas Medical Center, and I was working with the Dr. Axelrod. And one day we were doing biofeedback over and over for patients who were, they couldn't sleep, they had migraines. It was essentially stress management as well. And one day I went to Dr. Axelrod and I said, do you think I could lose weight with biofeedback? With learning how to manage my stress? Would something like that work? And he asked me one question. Are you ready to lose the weight? I said, I'm always ready to lose weight. What do you mean? And he said, if you're ready, let's go into the biofeedback room and sit down, and you can lose weight. I went, oh, you think so? He asked me one question. What would you want for a body? What would you want? If you could have the body of your dreams, what would that be? And I asked the question back to him. You mean what would I really want? He said, yeah, that one. Yeah, that body. And I said, I have a dream. I would like to be able to wear Calvin Klein jeans and wear them to the Texas rodeo in a size 10. And you know, I weighed almost 200 pounds, and so I would have never been able to wear jeans, for sure not. And I said, I have one more wish. And that wish is white shorts. That's something else you wouldn't wear when you're almost 200 pounds. He said, could you visualize yourself at your wildest imagination? And I visualized myself in Calvin Klein jeans, in my wildest imagination, picturing a pair of white shorts? And here on the right side, you see my overweight picture, and afterwards, the delight I had when I was no longer overweight. There you see it. I lost 57 pounds. Yeah, in 6 months. I mean, believe it or not, I will tell you everything. But first, now we're going to do the exercise that will change your life before we even begin the course. I ask you now the question, what do you want? What do you want for yourself to feel absolutely wonderful? To put on that dress or that pair of pants that's way in the back of your closet that you haven't been into for some years? That's what most of my participants tell me. What do you want? I ask it one more time because I don't want you to say, well, I'd be happy with 10 pounds, when really it's 47 pounds you'd like to lose. You know what I mean? It's hard to even dare to think about that sometimes. I had a hard time thinking about those white shorts that I wanted so much. You know why? Because I didn't believe I could ever get into either Calvin Klein jeans or a pair of white shorts. What do you want? Now I think you know. And what I'm going to teach you, you see here the old shoes and the new shoes. You know what it's like when you find a pair of new shoes that you just have to have? The new shoes represent the new habits. The old shoes, the old habits. You've got a lot of those. But you're choosing to buy those shoes. You want those shoes so much. So you make a decision to have them. So here was Krista. She came to me in Switzerland, and I asked Krista, what do you really want for a body? And Krista weighed 300 pounds, somewhere around that. You can see that. And she said, I saw a pink bikini in the Vogue magazine. This is in Switzerland. She told me that. I said, Krista, can you visualize yourself in your wildest imagination in a pink bikini? She said, okay. And here is Krista in her pink bikini 11 months later. There is Leslie. And look at Leslie. That's 40 pounds right there. And each week, you'll be losing weight. That's for sure. You will be eating so much food, you won't believe it. Yeah. Because before it was all about starving. Before it was all about deprivation.